Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for Eden Zero Chapter 8. It's been a while, I wasn't keeping up, but I suppose Eden Zero, it went on a bit of a break when pretty much Shonen Jump, when basically Shonen Jump kind of like went on vacation or whatnot, I guess, but yeah, Eden Zero was away for a while, but now it's back, and yeah, so right off the bat, one thing I really kind of liked about how events unfolded in this chapter is that it wasn't really even about teaming up as friends or comrades to take on the bad guy. Yes, that's pretty much what basically Shiki and Rebecca were doing. But in terms of Weiss, like it wasn't like the whole scenario, with challenging Sibir in this chapter. It wasn't really about Weiss teaming up with them. Like it was really just it was the whole scene played out like just pretty much of what would end up working in the favor of everyone's goals. And in the case of Weiss, Rebecca and Shiki's arrival just provided the distraction he needed to escape with Pino. So, yeah, it's as weird as it sounds. It's strangely a nice change of pace to see characters just team up, just pretty much team up, pretty much based on convenience, which is like the polar opposite of fairy tale. But yeah, in this case, like Weiss is pretty much just using the. I kind of enjoyed how Weiss was just using the whole situation to in order to his advantage. Like Weiss is still just like it's funny, yet at the same time, it does make me wonder. Okay, what is it gonna take in order to get this guy to stop acting like an ass? It's it's really kind of one of those things where it's strangely enjoyable to see in order to see such a situation unfold. I guess. Um and okay, let's talk about the last scene because okay, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but if I understand what Mushroom is doing, if like okay, if I understand what Mushroom is doing here, then this is even more fucked up than just Pino being connected to the older wife. Like Pino, if I'm understanding this content, what Mushroom is doing correctly, Pino is from Shiki's homeland, and Sabir is threatening his homeland. He's threatening to destroy everyone on. He's threatening to destroy everyone on pretty much the island if Pino doesn't if Pino pretty much doesn't if Pino pretty much doesn't end up doing everything Sabir asks her to. So yeah. So yeah, like honestly, just in general, that's like a completely fucked up situation in general. Like it's holy hell, like damn. But at this and okay, so in general, but okay, as fucked up as this does kind of prove a couple things. The first is that Sabir has been to the future and that he does have the time travel technology in order to travel between the past and the future. But now the biggest question that needs answers is what happened to pretty much all the others on the island, and what and how did Sabir even gain this technology to begin with? These these are the two questions I think that need to be answered right now because I imagine the first question is answered as a good majority of them are still alive, but he is holding them hostage. And as far as the second one goes, I I don't know. I don't. I got like my theories have kind of backfired me on before, but I almost wonder if he. I almost wonder if he managed to salvage some technology from pretty much from pretty much the Eden Zero ship, like basically Rebecca and Shiki's ship. I wonder if he managed to salvage any kind of any kind of materials pretty much from their ship in order to in order to travel to the future. Like I again, I can't say for sure, but that does kind of seem to be that's the only thing I can think of right now as to what the case would be as to why Sibir even has this technology to begin with. Um, Now, with that being said, if this is in fact the case, that pretty much Pino is basically is originally from Shiki's homeland, then I don't know how much of an important connection Weiss is actually going to have to Pino pretty much beyond this point. I mean, it's still possible that there's a connection between her and Weiss's future self, but right now, I'm imagining it's a bit more of a safer bet that Pino at the is just going to be what pretty much causes that pretty much causes Weiss to kind of change his lifestyle from going from a thief to like a robotics professor. So yeah, I think Pino is still going to change Weiss's is going to change Pino's Pino's going to change Weiss's whole lifestyle around after this, and I think that's probably as far as it's going to go. But maybe because of this, maybe because of these events, in turn, it will create a timeline where they pretty much know each other. That's pretty much all I really have in order to really put the pieces together on this, because I'm not thoroughly convinced anymore that pretty much Pino and Weiss even that the future Weiss and Pino even know each other at this point, unless Weiss has actually been to Shiki's homeland before, which I guess in a way you can't really you can't really dodge that theory either too much, because he is a robotics professor, so it would make sense that he would eventually end up visiting an island basically full of machines. So yeah, it's honestly, I think at this point, I think all options are on the table in terms of Pino's connection to Weiss, I think. Now, let's talk about the fight setups for this chapter, because we have Rebecca facing down the Foot Brothers while Shiki is trapped. And, okay, here's the thing. As emotionally fucked up as Shiki seeing Michael's dismantled body is, and trust me, that's seriously, I'm not even gonna lie, that did actually get an emotional response out of me. I hope, like, with basically a setup like this, every time something like this happens in, say, Fairy Tail, for instance, it's immediately followed by basically, but by the main character getting angry and basically one shot KOing the pretty much villains. And I hope that's not the case here. I hope Shiki's reaction to Michael's dismantled body doesn't interfere at all with the prospect of Rebecca getting some kind of development from this fight, or even Shiki getting development from this fight. Because without from this fight, I mean, I guess it would be a little hard for Rebecca to fight without Happy, but I really don't want a situation where Shiki one-shot KOs where he basically ends up kind of just one-shotting KOing the Foot Brothers here. Like, I really want Mashima. I know you're not going to hear me, but allow for development to happen, no matter no matter who gets it. And if both get development, then that's even better. But like, yeah, just seriously, don't please, don't do a Natsu thing, okay? Just allow for the development to happen naturally, and honestly, especially considering Mashima's been doing this whole thing where so far he seems to be focusing a lot on coordinated teamwork in this series. I want to say that's pretty much how it's going to go, is that it's going to be like a teamwork effort between Shiki and Rebecca in order to fight the Foot Brothers. So in a way, there are possibilities for development for both characters in that situation, but again, it's only if Mashima allows it to happen, and yeah, I just hope he allows it to happen. I hope it's just not going to be a one-shot KO thing. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Death Not Rune, signing off. Later, guys.